If I lost everything tomorrow, my content, my following, all of it, I'd know exactly how to rebuild it from zero to become the best known agent in my city. And the funny thing is, I'd do it quicker the second time because I'd skip all of those mistakes that I made in my first 2 years as a brand new agent. For context, I'm a real estate agent that's based in Calgary. I'm a practicing agent. I've been an agent for 5 years now. Been the top producer at my brokerage. I'm consistently ranking in the top 5 in my brokerage. I also won the Ambassador Award last year, which is similar to the Icon agent at EXP and the Elite agent at Real. And last year I did about 41 deals, and all of these deals came straight from Instagram. No door knocking, no cold calling. I've maybe done 2 or 3 open houses in my entire career, but literally all of my deals have came straight from Instagram. So I promise you, this isn't just theory. This isn't just some other marketer saying, oh, if you do this, you can get leads from Instagram. No, I've actually done this, and I continue to do this to this day, and it works. So let's get into it. First things first is I would get super clear on who I am and the type of buyer and seller that I want to work with. A lot of agents skip this part, and it really hurts them. Most agents, they'll post sold pictures, they'll post call me at 123 for all your real estate needs, and it gets them nowhere. They eventually post, and they get no leads, they close no deals, and they burn out. I don't understand why agents do this, because you're not sticking out from the rest of the crowd and you're providing no value to your potential buyer or seller. So it's literally just a waste. This is something you should not be doing. You then need to pick a market and your ideal buyer or seller. So for an example, I work in Calgary, and the type of content I produce attracts people that want to buy a home or sell a home in the inner city part of Calgary in more mature established areas. For an example, for buyers, I'll post content that's regarding construction of homes in these older homes. So foundation stuff, electrical stuff, plumbing stuff, roof stuff, just to show my expertise in construction, so that when they go to purchase a home and we're going on showings, they know that me as a real estate agent has them protected from getting a $50,000 fine in like 2 years or something. And for sellers, what I'll do is I'll post data specific content. So I'll post which areas have grown in value, which areas haven't grown in value. If you live in a bungalow versus a 4-level split, what do the prices look like in terms of growth in the last 10 years? So I post data specific content, and it really sets me as the authority in that market. And the reason why I say this is because you can't be the agent for everyone. If you're a jack of all trades, you're a master of none. If you're an agent for everyone, you're really an agent for none. You need to be an expert and show your expertise in a specific pocket of your market, and you need to start marketing on social media to that specific buyer or seller. Let's say I'm a buyer or seller scrolling Instagram, and I see an agent that posts content about everything, and I see another agent that posts content specific to the area that I want to buy or sell in. I'm obviously going to choose the other agent that posts the specific content because he's showing real value and teaching me stuff that I never even thought about before. And that's where you can provide real value and gain so much trust with that potential buyer or seller that they'll probably eventually reach out to you, and you'll be the #1 on top of their mind. The next thing that I would do is I build my profile to make it trust proof. What I mean by that is, as soon as a buyer or a seller clicks on your profile and sees your page, they need to instantly know that you're a working agent with great service and you've done some good deals. You need to start thinking of your Instagram page as not a social page, but a presentation. So the first thing that I would do is I'd fix up my bio. So the very first line in my bio has an accolade. So for me, I have award-winning Calgary Realtor. You can put award-winning market realtor, or you can put something like, if you don't have an award or anything like that, you can do sold 200 million plus in 2026 or 2025 or whatever. Or if you're a bit newer, you can put something like expert in mature areas in market. But make sure you have your market's name so that people know that you're an agent in their market. And just under that, I'd have a small description, like 1 sentence, describing what your page is about and what you kind of stand for. So for me, I have helping buyers and sellers make more confident decisions through real education and real insights. And why I put that is because on my page, I have a lot of education. I have some cool insights that a lot of agents are not posting. I truly just want a buyer or seller to be more confident when they're moving. And whether that's with me or not, I truly do want that for the potential buyer or seller. So that's what I have. You really need to dig deep and think about what you want to put in your bio. And just under that is super important. You need to have a CTA, so a call to action. In this call to action, you're gonna have one word where if they DM you this word, so if the potential buyer or seller DMs you this specific word, you kind of get the process rolling from there. You know they're interested, they've seen your profile, and they just DM you this word. It's like a phone call. If they dial you, you know they're interested in buying or selling. With this word, they're interested in buying or selling or getting some advice or something. They just want to get in touch with you. So for me, I have DM Calgary to get started. You can do your own market. So if you're in like Winnipeg, for example, you can do DM Winnipeg to get started. Or if you're in LA, DM LA to get started, whatever, it doesn't matter. You just want to make it an easy to send word because you want the least amount of friction for that buyer or seller to reach out to you. The reason for this is because people on Instagram, they're pretty lazy. They'll scroll, and they won't really think twice about what they're kind of doing. They're kind of just zoned in on their phone. So if someone clicks on your profile and they're like, wow, this guy has so many accolades and reviews and stuff like this, and they want to get the ball rolling, right away, they can just send you the word Calgary, super easy for them, and you can kind of get the ball rolling from there. Just under your bio, you're gonna have story highlights. So these are highlights that are permanently on your profile, and you can pick and choose which stories you want to post. The main purpose of these highlights is, again, build trust with your potential buyer or seller. So for me, I have my first two highlights are my Google reviews. My third highlight is what I've sold. And my fourth highlight is just real estate education and insights that I post. And then in your feed on Instagram, you can have 3 pinned posts. I have 3 pinned posts, and my pinned posts are my best Google reviews. You can do the same thing. You can do your best Google reviews. You can do maybe a text message you got from a buyer or seller that was like praising you and your service. Or you can do like a cool video of your possession day, you know, with a client that's happy. Something to just build trust with cold follower that's about to follow you. So the main purpose of this, the highlights, the pin posts, the bio, the everything, is when someone is scrolling on Instagram, they see a video you post, they know it's about real estate, and they're interested in maybe seeing your profile, they'll click your profile, and you want them to instantly know, again, that you're a working agent, but not only a working agent, they need to know that you're a working agent with great service. They need to see you as the authority within the first 5 seconds of them seeing your profile. This will increase not only the chances of getting a follow, but actually the chances of you being their potential agent in the future. Every follower counts as a lead. Again, you probably want to think of your Instagram as a CRM. So every follower that you get, they're basically raising their hand because they saw a video you posted that's about real estate and they're interested more about what you posted and more about real estate. So they're probably gonna buy or sell in the future sometime. The next thing that I would do is I'd run one hyperlocal ad in your market that attracts followers. So again, this ad doesn't lead to a lead form. This ad doesn't lead to your website. The main purpose of this ad is to get followers on your page. So you're gonna have an ad, and in the button it's gonna be follow XYZ, whatever. And this is the very top of the funnel marketing. So this is where you get followers, a cold audience into your base. And then once they click to follow and they see your page, they're like, oh wow, he's not only a working agent, he has great reviews, posts awesome insights. I'm gonna shoot this guy a follow. They follow you. And then slowly, you know, when they follow you, they'll start to see your content that you post every day, and they'll start to build trust and a real connection with you. This one hyperlocal ad, I can guarantee you that most agents aren't doing, but it's super key, and it's a way to close deals faster than just posting organic content. The next thing that I would do is I'd build a content system so that you're not stuck in a bottleneck. The biggest reason why agents quit isn't just laziness, it's because they post, they see no results, and they end up quitting because they think that Instagram doesn't work for them. When in reality, it's not Instagram, it's them. It's not like a platform problem, it's more of a strategy problem. So what I'd do is I'd set up your content so that you're not spending hours and hours every single day editing, filming, and posting content. You can do this with AI, or you can hire editors as well. So for me, I have editors, and now I probably spend an hour to 2 hours a week, and I post 1 to 2 times a day on my feed. That's excluding story posts. So just 1 to 2 times on my feed every single day. When you figure out this piece of the puzzle, consistency stops being a problem and you'll be able to post content every day while you're kind of stepping back and more so just managing the system behind it. This is what I wasted time on in my first 2 years being a real estate agent. And finally, the last thing that I would do is I treat my DMs like the sales channel that it really is. On Instagram, in your DMs, you can actually mark any conversation you have as a potential lead. And views don't pay you, conversions do. So what you wanna do is you wanna figure out your DM setting framework so you can start to build rapport with that potential follower and guide them into a sales call. Again, you don't wanna lead them to a visit or anything like that. The only thing you wanna do is pitch them a quick 5-minute call where you can provide free value and learn more about their situation. So just to clear things up, first you get that follower, they trust you because of all the posts you have, the highlights, the pinned posts, your bio. You build more trust with them by building rapport in the DMs. And then when you hop on a sales call with them and they hear your voice through the phone, that's where the ultimate trust is built, and you know that they probably will reach out to you in the future when they're ready to buy or sell. This is a simple, repeatable way to move a new follower into a real sales call. This is where the problem of post and get no deals gets solved. So just to tie things all together, first you want to figure out your positioning, then you want to figure out your profile, and then you want to run one hyper-local ad that brings in followers into your trust-built profile. Then you want to figure out a content system so that you're not spending hours every single day editing and filming. And then you want to figure out your DM setting framework. That's the whole machine that I run, and it compounds every single month. As you get more followers, you'll get more views, and as you get more views, you'll get more followers, and it gets easier and easier as each month passes. This took me years to figure out. So that's exactly how I'd rebuild it from zero. Here's the thing though, knowing the steps and executing are two very, very different things. So if you're an agent and you want to become the best known agent in your market, click the first link in the description and someone from my team or myself will reach out and show you exactly what I do. And if you got value from this, watch this video next and click that subscribe button.